Stephanie Milky here, aka KetoMOM, or often called mom, sis, Steffi, daughter, wife, aunt, and friend. Just like many of you, I carry a lot of titles. My favorite title is mom. I should probably say wife, which takes a lot of my time. But let's be honest, if you want to do something and do it well, you will make the time for it. Commitment is hard because we find ourselves overcommitted, but when you practice prioritizing, you will find out what is actually important and what you can let go. With the KetoMOM podcast, you will learn together how to manage our time, commit to the most important things in life, and I will equip you with the tools you need to feel qualified each step of the way. My name is Stephanie Milky, and welcome to the KetoMOM Secrets podcast. To the KetoMOM page, my name is Stephanie. This is my amazing husband, Steve, and we are going to dive into the 6 techniques for installing good habits.
That's what we're talking about. Not 2, not 3, 4, 5, but 6.
6. All right. So if you're brand new, welcome. We'd love to know where you're tuning in from. You can post new below. We're going through this book. You might be going, this is a keto page. Yeah, it is. And once you understand the power of your mindset and how to, just understanding habits and going after goals and 1% better, 1% worse. There's so many things that go into just fat loss. It's not just the food that you eat. And we believe one of the most important things is even not just reading, but your mindset and how you attack your day.
It's so important. I mean, in every area of your life, it's so important to have a great mindset in order to have a great day.
Right. So we are going to dive in, and then usually I read part of the book, and then Steve gives us his incredible wisdom.
Well, I appreciate that. Right. We'll see what we got today.
Yeah.
I'm fired up. I mean, today's
how's your morning going?
An amazing day.
Do you work out in the morning? Do you work out in the afternoon? Do you work out in the evening? We go to noon CrossFit class. What do you do? Who owns their morning? Meaning, who feels like they own their morning?
I did sit in the red light for 20 minutes.
Steve has an incredible morning
vision
routine
for my future.
He lays in the red light. He does his affirmations. He listens to all these things.
So important.
He does a lot of that.
How? I'm just curious though, how would you step into the best version of yourself if you don't have a vision for what your future self looks like?
Good. I agree. If you don't have a vision, you don't have a target to shoot after.
Bam. And that's why we're going to give you the 6 techniques today.
All right.
In order to install some good habits.
So if you have not been going through the book with us, and this is the first time you're hearing it, we're wrapping up chapter 3, but this book is incredible. It helps you understand the compound effect of small little steps every single day to help you go further, faster over time. Super, super important. So here is the very first. It's
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. Eliminating a bad habit means removing something from your routine, installing a new one, more productive habits requiring an entirely different skill set. So,
I like that.
If you guys ever read John Maxwell, I think he's a great author. He says this: you will never change your life until you change something that you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine. According to research, it takes 300 instances of positive reinforcement to turn a new habit into an unconscious practice. It's almost a year. What do you think of that?
I mean, I'd just be curious how many of you actually would say that you go after something for longer than 48 hours in America.
Most people message me after 2 weeks because they've either quit, they need to restart, they're frustrated. We live in an instant society.
So
Are you willing to go after your goals for a year? It's a legit question and something you need to think about.
I agree. I think it's important. I think, you need to know first where you're going, but then you have to get to the reason to why it's strong enough for you to keep going on the tough days.
Right. We've talked about that a couple of days ago. We talked about your why power. Why are you doing what you're doing? Is it going to push you to do it, or is it easy to say, no, I'll do it tomorrow?
And I bet you they wrote it down.
I bet you did.
I bet you've been tracking your data. I bet you've been tracking what it is that you're going after, because we've talked about that. And if you're brand new here, you're like, what is even going on? We're talking about compounding the positive effects in your life to get to where you want to go.
Right.
Because so often people are just kind of floundering. That was the same word I was
We don't want to flounder.
We don't. We want to stay on point. We want to stay on mission. We want to stay on purpose in everything that we do.
All right. So one of the keys is to stay aware. If you really want to maintain a good habit, make sure that you pay attention to it at least once a day. Aware. That's one of the words we use in our home and we have for this entire year with our children, is having an awareness of situations around you, people around you, your environment. Like, it's not always about you. In this situation, you're going after your own habits. So having an awareness of, are you owning your day? Is other people owning your day? Are you owning your attitude? Are you letting your kids run your house? Like, there's so many things that if you just step back for a second and go, I'm really not in control. Or maybe I need to think differently. Maybe I need to put myself in a different environment. It's super, super important. Or if you don't, then your day owns you. Your environment owns you. People own you. It's super important.
Yeah, and I would say sometimes even just changing up your patterns, like disrupting the pattern. If you're getting results that you're not super happy with, if they're not making you grateful and thankful at the end of the day, or if you feel like you keep falling short, I would challenge you for today being a day that what can I do to just create a 1 degree shift? Like, even if it starts right in your mindset, right? Because it is powerful to think a certain way. It is powerful to think in a positive manner, but at the same time, it also requires taking positive action.
Love it. So, number 1 out of the 6 techniques to help create a positive habit is set yourself up for success. I'm going to read this little chunk and then you can chime in because it was super great. Any new habit has to work inside your life and your lifestyle. So, for example, if you join a gym that's 20 minutes away, you won't go. If you're a night owl, but the gym closes at 6 p.m., it won't work for you. Your gym must be close and convenient and fit into your schedule.
That's good.
If you want to lose weight and you eat healthier, make sure that your fridge and your pantries are stocked with healthy options.
I like that.
Want to make sure that you don't binge on vending machine snacks? Guess what? Bring snacks with you to work.
Got to be
Keep
prepared.
nuts and healthy snacks in your desk drawer. The easiest and most tempting type of food to grab when you're hungry are empty carbs. One strategy the author uses, is to grab some protein to prep his food or his snacks on Sunday so he's prepared for the rest of the week.
So you've been learning a lot about protein.
Set yourself up for success. Yes.
So as a keto mom, does that mean you always eat keto?
I drink ketones every single day.
There's the secret, if you're wondering.
Every day. I've got ketones in my system. I actually eat more protein than the keto diet allows because my goal is to build muscle. I've learned a ton about protein in the last probably couple weeks. It's super, super important to me. And I just think protein is great for you.
It is. And you've been learning from other people, like as you're building your big muscles.
As I'm building big muscles.
If a lot of you don't know, I know she keeps them hidden with a sweatshirt. But Stephanie's got some guns. Last night, her and our oldest daughter, Amelia, who's 14,
we were comparing all of our muscles.
What did I walk into? The Wild West? What's going on in here? The gun show was just pow, pow, going off all over the place.
Let's say muscles, because this is social media and things are weird.
What did I say? Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't want to get censored.
Listen.
I thought we had freedom of speech.
But you want to know something super important? Like, I am not the expert in protein consumption. Like, I've learned about the keto diet for 7 years. I've walked people through how to track, how to do what we've done. We've done keto, low carb, and we've wavered back and forth. So I sought out people over the last couple of weeks on protein consumption, why to eat a certain amount of protein, how to build your muscles. Like, I've sought it out because I want to get stronger. If you want something, you seek it out and then you take action on it. So I had somebody who said, hey, Stephanie, if you really want to build muscle, you've got to lift heavier weights. You've got to eat about 100 grams of protein. There's different things that I've learned. Yesterday, I met my protein consumption.
That's because you've been crushing it.
I was tracking it.
For those of you who are on Facebook, we're actually live on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook.
We're working on something.
And this is fun. So if you see me keep moving my hand, I'm not actually touching her lap. For those of you on Instagram or on TikTok, I could though.
He's snuggling my leg. He's trying to be all romantic.
I'm really trying to move I'm not trying. I'm doing it.
Marriage tip of the day.
Marriage tip. Oh, this is bonus.
Know your spouse's love language.
So I got to get in the kitchen.
Steve's love language is physical touch. I think most men is. Do you guys know that? Like, do you understand love languages? It's super important, actually.
Sure all of them are present.
Steve loves all of the love languages.
I do.
All right. So, number 1, set yourself up to succeed. Number 2, think addition, not subtraction. I thought this was great. It's the power of your words. So, he says, oftentimes people think things like, I can't eat that chocolate. I can't eat that dairy. I cannot have. I can't.
I hear so many people use the word can't. It's time to bury the apostrophe T.
Right.
What can you do?
When he says, what you really should be thinking about is, instead of saying I can't, go, today I'm going to have a salad. So I often say things like, oh, I have to go to the gym. No, I get to. I get to go to the gym. I get to eat healthy. I get to.
That is so powerful.
Right.
Because your words have the power of life and death. Did you know how powerful your tongue is? It's like a rudder to a ship.
Listen, this is a conversation in our home every day about the things you say. Not even the things you think, but like out of the heart, the mouth speaks. Are you in a negative mindset or a positive mindset? Like,
so true.
Watch your words over you, your spouse, your kids, your job. It's super important.
I don't know where the picture's in here, but we talked about that 1 degree shift difference.
Ooh, I can find it while you're...
And it was a picture of an airplane that took off from Los Angeles and was going all the way to New York. Well, a 1 degree shift can throw it all the way like 100. It was like 200 miles off course, either direction, to the north or to the south. And I would just encourage you, like it starts with your thinking. It starts with your words. And really, most people beat themselves up or count themselves out of the battle just by the negative talk that they have in their mind.
Right.
Before they even speak the words, they got stinking thinking. And so what we want to encourage you with is, that's why we come on here every day. Like, we want this to be a source of inspiration for you to start working on getting your mind in the right position, to know that you are great, to know that you have a lot of worth, to know that you have value.
Right.
And ultimately, like, that 1% difference, it really comes down to the words that you're speaking. And it's so crazy because it's like sometimes we'll be talking to parents and they're like, oh, my kids are no. Like, they just have this ranting, like, negativity. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, listen to what you're even saying about your children. Like, how are you speaking to them in the home? And it's like yesterday. Can I give one example?
Yeah.
So yesterday, we have our 12-year-old Emery. She's a rock star, and she's been working so hard. And we had this amazing experience in Tampa where I'm not going to go into the depths of it. Maybe this will be on a different one, but basically, like, someone was praying for her and bam, like, she had this massive experience.
Right.
And she woke up just weeping, feeling loved, not behind, cared for. And I thought it was an amazing experience for her to have that truth poured into her. Here's what's crazy. I was reading with her yesterday. It's probably been 2 or 3 months since I've actually, like, sat down and really intentionally read with her. Like, I've helped her with her math. I've helped her with her English and nouns and pronouns, all that stuff that I really I'm learning along with them. Right. But what's funny is, as we were knocking out the Babysitter Club last chapter 19 and 20, she absolutely crushed it. Absolutely crushed it.
Right.
I'm super proud of her. That's not actually what I wanted to say.
If you understood her struggle, like her challenge, I don't like the word struggle, challenge, you would be like, man, this girl's come far.
But just before that, she was doing nouns, like had to find 16 nouns in these 3 sentences. And I think there was only 13. Did you find the other 3? Okay, so we're all learning together. I'm really
good with English.
And here's what's crazy. She was so irate because she didn't have it perfect.
Right.
She didn't have the 100%. She found 13 of the 16. I'm like, I found 12 of the 16.
I don't even know if he found any.
No, it's not true. I honestly found 12.
First he's like, what's a noun?
No, it's not true. Person, place, thing, or idea. Just kidding. That's not even right. Anyways, I'm back in 4th grade. The point is, this is the whole point. We talked about mindset and about your words and what you're speaking to others. She was so upset that she could only find 13 of the 16. She was frustrated. It caused her so much, like, challenging emotions in that moment. And I thought to myself, you just got 13 out of the 16 right.
Right.
Like, let's celebrate the fact of how far you've came, and let's stop belittling about the 3%. Or I don't even know what percent that would be. 10% that you didn't get. Let's focus on the 90%.
I love that.
So I know it's not. I know that's not.
We actually are going to get to that in a second.
I didn't even know that. But the point is, I want you to think about that today. Like, what are the words that are coming out of your mouth, and how can you be an encouragement and a light to those around you?
So something that we've learned from Joseph McClendon III is, as I think, so I feel. So your thoughts create emotions. As I feel, so I do, which your actions, or I'm sorry, your feelings create an action, good or bad.
About actions are important.
As I do, so I have. You have what you have in your life right now as a result of the things that were from emotions, which came from your thoughts, even came from your words. It's super important. They're all tied together.
Hey, if this is serving you at any point, give us some hearts. I want to see some hearts.
Has this been helpful?
Give a shout out to my lovely wife,
we still have 4 more to go. So number 1 was set yourself up for success. Number 2 was think addition, not subtraction. Think positive words, not negative words. I get to, not I have to.
I like that.
Number 3 is go for PDA, public display of accountability.
Oh, I thought the other one.
Yes.
I like
okay.
that too.
He says, do you want to submit your new habit into play? Do you want to cement that new habit? Get Big Brother to watch you. It's never been easier than with all social media available to put yourself out there and go, hey, I'm doing this. Hey, I'm on a new journey. Why don't you join me? Like when you put it out there, you've got a level of accountability where you're like, people know that I'm going to the gym. It's true. Hey, I told people I'm starting my Core 4 challenge. I have to keep going. So I told people that I'm on a journey to swimsuit season. I have to keep going. So there is a level of accountability when you share your goals.
I would also encourage you, it is better when you're doing it with other people. So if if this is resonating, this is serving you in any way, I would encourage you to invite your friend that
press
popped
the
into
share
your mind.
button.
Hit the share button, comment, people put their name down below, tag them in this, because I think the reality is we are better together. But even from a scientific, data-driven area, you are more successful when you have that level of accountability in your life.
So number 3 was display accountability. Number 4 is find a success partner. Ask somebody to join you. Number 5 is competition and camaraderie. You're really great at this.
I am.
Meaning, it says this, like if you want to have a friendly competition, it's going to push you further, right? All it takes is a little competition to keep people energized. So, for example, you often have a competition with our friend Anthony and Raj.
Hey, I like those
They
guys.
do fun, like they're great friends. They're in a chat thread. They talk almost every day and they compare, like they'll be like, hey, how are you doing on your fat loss journey? Did you go to the gym today? Did you do this? And they put wagers on it.
Yeah, we've had some.
They bet some money.
I always win. I take the money and I give it back to them.
But like maybe you could do it with your sister or your friend or your coworkers, right? Do something that creates a little competition. These are just some ideas to help you keep you going. Number 6 is what you were saying, celebrate. So you can work so hard. Maybe you're on the first month, or maybe it's been 6 months. Maybe I often get people that send me a message and they'll be like, I'm down 30 pounds, but I've got so far to go. I'm so frustrated. And I'm like, you're down 30 pounds. That's incredible.
Why don't we celebrate? I would encourage, I think on a scale of 1 to 10.
Do you celebrate yourself?
Do you celebrate?
1 being no, never, 10 being yes. And here's something to think about. Celebrating, I think we often think of food. So you don't have to go celebrate with an outing of like dessert. Maybe you go to your favorite restaurant and you get a better meal. But a celebration could be, hey, I'm going to get those new workout pants I've always wanted. Or I'm going to go buy myself an outfit. Even like getting your nails done. Don't look at my nails.
No. Well, we know that's something you just don't.
How do you celebrate yourself? Give us some ideas of some ways that you can celebrate that doesn't include food at all.
Shout out to Lauren Sampson, 75 pounds down.
Good job, Lauren.
I mean, are you kidding me? That's unbelievable.
Can you share with us?
Give a shout out to our good friend Steph, who's down 40 pounds.
Can you share with us? We want to celebrate you.
Are you kidding
Lauren,
me?
Steph, what are some things you've accomplished even in the last couple of weeks that you can be like, I've been waking up early. Hey, I've gone to the gym 4 days a week. What have you been doing that you just need to take a second and go, I've done this?
I mean, we should always be ready to party. I have these really cool party shorts. I got these party shirts because life should be that of a celebration. How
would you celebrate that? And the only reason I say, not that food can't be a celebration, but oftentimes people overuse food. Spa days. I am not a spa girl. I should be.
I like that. I like shoes.
Steve loves all of them.
I have the opportunity to be I'm very easy to please. Just choose love language. I'm going to be happy. It's great.
And I'm just content with making him happy. And my children.
Oh my. So many things. We're going to have to put that on the OnlyFans page. I'm just kidding.
Page. All right. No, here's a last thought. So we gave you 6. Do I need to recap them real quick?
Look at Shannon. I love that. By purchasing ketones. That's how she celebrates.
Yes.
How would somebody get ketones?
If you want to know more about my mom fuel, super incredible, post trials in the comments.
Trials in the comments.
Reach out to us. If you're on TikTok or Instagram,
send me a message.
Send me a message. TikTok's a little bit difficult. Send me a message on Facebook or Instagram.
It's an opportunity.
It's an opportunity for you to come find me on another platform for sure. They can send messages, but it's just awkward. Okay, so here were the 6 steps to helping you keep your good habits. We said, set yourself up for success. Think addition, not subtraction. And
I'm just letting you all know.
Public display of accountability.
If you want to connect with some awesome people, this community is rock solid.
Right.
Like some of the habits that they're talking about, like write down
Y'all are amazing.
in the comments. Give us some of the things that you've implemented since we've started this new book, and maybe some of the things that you've started this year.
We've been doing a book on the KetoMOM page for a year. Every single month, we've been going through a new book to help create systems and habits and awareness and mindset. We talked about finding a success buddy, competition, celebration. Here's the last thing to think about for your day. There is one thing that 99% of failures and successful folks have in common. They all hate doing the same thing. The difference is successful people do them anyways. Change is hard. That's why people don't transform their bodies or bad habits. And why so many people end up unhappy. Change can be hard. It's a must. Oftentimes people get stuck in this mundane of the boring. The people that are successful do it anyways.
It's true.
Like I shared yesterday in one of our lives, like yesterday wasn't a day that I felt like things were flowing effortlessly. Mm-hmm. I felt like I had a rubber band wrapped around my waist and it was like
I left the house
yanking me all day long, but I did it no matter what. Like I did the things I wanted to do. It just took extra effort and that's okay. And you're going to have that. Sometimes you're going to have a day like try to knock you down, but are you willing to do it? Successful people are.
And that's what I love is when you're facing that opposition, that's where the breakthrough happens. Right. So stay focused, I would just say stay focused. And if you know what you're doing and why you're doing it, answer your question, Carrie. This is the greatest. This is Blue Ocean Unleashed. It is a must. If you want to go to ketomomsecrets.com/shop and you can find some cool stuff there.
Or you can post trials below. We can chat. I like to know your goals. I want you to understand ketones. They're super, super powerful. We've been drinking them for 7 years.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You open up a packet, you pour it in water, you shake it, and you drink it, and you will feel amazing.
All right, last thought for the day. When it comes to breaking old habits and starting new ones, remember this, to be patient with yourself.
Good. So good.
Patience. Remember, one of the...
Oh, look, it even gives us chapter
They said
summary.
earlier, it could take you 300 reinforcements or 300 of doing doing a good habit 300 times in order to create it subconsciously, which means it's almost a year of recreating new habits, of getting up early, moving your body, making better choices, whatever the case may be. Please be patient with yourself. The only way you're going to fail is if you quit. That's all I got.
Unbelievable. There you have it. Hope that you got some value from today. Send us a message. We'd love to know what it is that you're going after. What are the things that you're charging after? What are the things that you're having to be patient with? Let us know some of the obstacles that you're facing, because the obstacle is the way. And we might have already gone through that, which we could give you some insight and some tips to help you go further faster. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tuning in. Share this with a friend. That's why KetoMOM community is growing. Some amazing people like you. So thanks for tuning in. If you want to see some cool stuff, go check out Instagram/KetoMOM Secrets, because Stephanie posts all of her behind the scenes fun stories. And we're actually going to start doing that on TikTok as well. So you know what? We're better together. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have an amazing day.